What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Trader Joe, or formerly Trader Joe, now Joe. This is a pretty good DEX, and they've got some nice features. Percent yields, whether it's staking or through pools or lending, is not amazing. But there are an extensive amount of features, and there's a decent amount of value locked right now. They've fallen quite away from their highs, particularly with regards to total value locked. So we'll take a look at what Trader Joe can do in this video. But before I get into it, guys, if you are new to this channel, these are the first 26 coins that I spoke about on this channel. They're also the ones I owned when I created the channel. Had you put in $100 into these coins when I released the videos, and you never sold them, you ignored them for a couple of years, just did everything wrong as an investor. If you sold all those coins today, you could be in profit 13 grand from a $2,600 investment. So that's a 5x, right? And that's doing everything wrong. So that's pretty good. But if you'd have sold these coins like I did in 2021 when the markets were red hot, just $100 into each, the same $2,600 investment could have netted you a profit of 123 grand. Staggeringly large difference between doing the right and the wrong thing. Now, as I said, I sold all these off. These are not what I own anymore. But if you want to see my current holdings, you can do. You just have to go to copymycrypto.com. On the site, I share my portfolio, every coin I own. Anytime I buy or sell a coin, the members get real-time updates. We release videos on a daily basis talking about the markets. We have been pinpoint accurate on that for months and months and months now. We have tutorials set up for beginners as well, because we've got thousands of members. A lot have never invested in anything, so these tutorials are step by step. Obviously, we have a history of success on both the site and the channel. Phantom leads the way in that. I picked it out as the best investment prior to the bull cycle. I said it would 100x or more. It went up 677 times. So if you'd have wanged in, let's say, 2 grand, you could have netted a profit of 1.3 million. Now, I will find another Phantom, and when I do, I'll go onto my site and tell the members all about the coin in the same way I do with every other coin. What's the coin? What gains can it do? What percentage of my money I'm putting in? And if they want to copy along, they can. Same with you guys. If you're interested and you want to take the work out you're investing, go read the site. And one thing as well is, if you join, I will be letting you guys know as well when I sell, when I cash out. So I would hope people would not end up carrying on and holding coins down into a recession. But yeah, go check the site, and remember, you can verify everything you read on the YouTube channel. So Trader Joe, or Joe now, Joe, currently priced at 20 cents. I do think this probably still got room to drop. Wouldn't really be surprised if we see this come back down to sort of 14 or 15 cents. And look, Trader Joe is a very good DEX on Avalanche. Obviously, Avalanche is rapid and cheap. So that's a big plus straight away. Part of the reason that I actually really like Trader Joe is that I think because it's built upon Avalanche, like anything built upon Avalanche is really very ideal for DeFi, because you can do the transactions, do the swaps, or whether it's staking or adding liquidity pool tokens, or trying to earn yield, but the transaction's not going to cost you an arm and a leg like they do on Ethereum, which I think means retail will come in to something like Joe quite nicely. It certainly did in 2021. They ended up with about $4 billion in total value locked. That has tumbled since, and I'll show you the numbers on that at the moment. It was founded by two pseudonymous developers. And while we don't know the names, they've said that they've worked at Google, Masters in Computer Science from a US university, and a senior product lead at Grab. And Trader Joe, look, it's a DEX with a very simple interface, very straightforward, but they also have lending protocols, borrowing protocols, yield earning protocols. So there's a multitude of features which people can use, and that's, genuinely a good thing. So Trader Joe you can use it on Avalanche or Arbitrum if you want. And like I said, farming, liquidity, everything else, right? Very simple, straightforward, really easy to use. And this is like the lending protocol, so you can lend out. The APYs are pretty piss poor, I'm not gonna lie. They're not what you would hope, but every APY these days have dropped fairly dramatically. But if you wanted to earn some 4.14% lending out your USDT, you could do. You can earn a bit of percent lending out your wrapped Ethereum as well, and obviously you can borrow. Obviously, you're going to pay a lot in APY comparatively, but nice features, and inevitably they'll go back up. The Trader Joe farm, I don't know why that's like. There we go. Trader Joe farms are nice and straightforward. Again, you've got some stable ones, but again, the APR is pretty weak. It's not like what you would hope. Best one I can see is AVAX versus BUSD, but that's not what I would call a stable one because it's Avalanche. Avalanche isn't stable. But you can see top farms as well, so you can see which ones are the most utilized. AVAX BUSD looks pretty good. AVAX OBX, very good yield. But again, anyone that's looking at doing any farming, adding any liquidity pool tokens, understand the risks associated with that. Impermanent loss is a very, very real risk that a lot of retail investors suffer because they don't fully understand how impermanent loss works. And if you're unfamiliar with that, but you're thinking about adding into a pool or a farm, do your research on that one. Then they've got their staking, so you can see what you could get effectively for staking Joe. So you could stake Joe, you'll get 3.56% APR based on 30 days, and you can earn USD stablecoins, which is not bad. But again, you're not looking at like huge rewards here, which is probably the downside, like the main downside to Trader Joe, really. It would be good if we could start seeing two things, really. Firstly, there needs to be growth in terms of users. Right now, the users are stagnating a little bit. Even just the DEX volume's quite weak on Joe. And if we take a look at the actual DEX, we can see what the volume is. But actually, to be fair, so total value locked at the moment is 88.6 million. So that's come down massively from the 4 billion that were locked in just in June of 2021. The revenue that they're getting per month isn't bad. It's 81 grand. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Active developers, they've got about 14 active developers on a 30-day average. Daily active users is about 280 odd daily active users across a 30-day average, which is not huge. It means that you're getting about 90,000 users across a month, which is all right again, but it's not amazing. But again, I'd expect that to really grow when the bull cycle kicks in. We're a way away from that, but I do think that they'll probably experience some semblance of a surge there. Now, realistically, I'm not expecting this to break previous highs right now for a couple of reasons. Number one, they're not getting any volume through. Their user base has dropped, the total value locked has dropped, but all of those can be explained by a bear cycle. it has dropped quite significantly from its high. Its high was $5.09. So it's had a pretty big pullback from that. But the thing that they need to do, for me, well, the two things is, let's start seeing a surge in users. So that means effectively marketing to retail. Number two is to become more multi-chain. You know, right now you can see Avalanche here, you can see Solana, there's a Solana-based contract. Obviously you can see Arbitrum here too. To strengthen the Trader Joe ecosystem, to strengthen the Trader Joe DEX, being more multi-chain would help that no end. So if they could introduce like Binance Smart Chain as a configuration for utilizing the DEX, if they could introduce a Phantom, if they could introduce an Optimism and a bog standard Ethereum, a Polygon, if they could do that, that would bring in more users, because there are plenty of users that only use Polygon or only use Binance Smart Chain. So that would allow for a lot of users to be onboarded. So what I look at with Trader Joe is I go, look, price point for me is $2 is the target. As we can see, there's a lot of volume in and around $2. To be fair, I'd say $2.20, but I'm going to say $2 because it's a nice round number. They need volume coming through around that level. If they get it, and if they can breach $2 and hold above $2, then I think there's a lot more room to go. But first, they've got to hit that $2 and get above it. If they can't get above it, then that's going to be the high. But I like it. I think it's one of the better DEXs. Percentage yields that are offering right now or that are available are pretty piss poor. But so that would need to go up, become more multi-chain, and bring in new retail. And they've got a chance of doing way, way, way more than $2. Because it could comfortably be a multi-billion-dollar project. But they've got to onboard the users, and to do that, I think making it more multi-chain would do it. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're a returning viewer, increase your karma, improve your karma, and hit subscribe. It's a nice thing to do. And these videos will make you money. And the ones I'm talking about, where I'm talking about a coin that I don't like, will save you money. So you don't want to miss them, guys. And it's a nice thing to do. Boost your karma. And if you guys want to see the coins I own, go to copymycrypto.com. There I share my entire portfolio. The members get real-time updates anytime I add to my portfolio or remove. When we hit a bull cycle and I start closing positions, I'll be letting the members know. And again, that will mean if you are a member and you want to copy along, you'll be banking profits more regularly, so you won't ride your portfolio into a recession. We release videos on a daily basis talking about the markets, where we've been pinpoint accurate for months and months and months now. The tutorials that we have are for beginners. We have thousands of members. A lot of them have never invested in crypto before. So those tutorials help along the way and help people get started. And we have a huge history of success on both the site and the channel. Obviously, Phantom leads the way there. No one in 2020 was talking about Phantom. And if you've got a favorite crypto YouTuber, I highly recommend go into their videos, search Phantom, and if you can find a video from 2020 where they're saying it's going to 100x, I'll eat my glasses because I don't have a hat. But seriously, no one in 2020 was saying Phantom's going to be a big gainer, let alone confidently saying it will 100x like I did. And when I find the next Phantom, I won't do a course like last time. I will go onto my site and I will do what I do with every other coin, which is I will tell the members about the coin, I will tell them the gains I think it can have, and I will tell them the percentage of my money I'm putting in, and they can copy along. If you want to take all the work out of your crypto investing, go read the site, and remember, everything you read, you can verify yourself on the YouTube channel's history. And if you like it, maybe I'll see you there. Take it easy, guys.